over tonight. Yay! So, my buddy Pierre and Patreon member wanted me to do a night over and cook a meal on my little candle heater, emergency heater. I just use it as whatever. And he wanted me to use some of my survival food that I made up. This was August 2017 rice-a-roni, so it's a couple years old. And we're gonna cook it in this little pot here. So we're gonna go ahead and start. I'm just gonna get it ready basically. I'll just put this down on here for now, just as a base. And we'll open up this Mylar. Okay, so these Mylar packets, guys, that I've made up have a little tear mark here. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw these guys, open this guy up, check on it. Smells okay. I'm gonna pour it in the bowl here. This will be my supper. And inside the pack, I also made, it has the seasoning in here, which is kind of important. And it's a decent amount. Once the water, you know, infiltrates, it will definitely be something nice. Now, the miniature packet also has the little tear mark, so I got to be careful on this one because it's the powder mixture that came with the rice-a-roni at the time, and it's basically like a chicken broth. And it's 2 years old, was sealed. Smells just like some nice bouillon, chicken bouillon cube, or however you pronounce that. But we'll plop that inside of there. Doesn't look nasty or anything. And actually, just in case the seasoning isn't enough, but it should be because it's a small amount here, I bought from the Dollar Tree minced garlic. So I'm gonna carefully open this, use my fork to kind of drain off and throw some garlic in here as well. So just give me a second because I have to blow my nose. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. So I'm gonna open up this this garlic, and I'm just gonna take the fork and get a bunch inside of my dinner. Not too much, but you know, enough to. That's plenty, I think. That's definitely plenty. So we'll seal that off. Okay. So that's in there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the water that I've collected from the rain harvesting as my cooking, or my base for the soup, right? So we'll take this over and we'll go over to the rain catchment and we'll add some into there because he wanted to see that, and we're gonna go ahead and do that for you guys here on YouTube. Alright guys, so what I need to do, this is closed. I have to open this up, obviously, but I have to turn on my setup back here, which is kind of important to get the water where I want it to go, and then we'll adjust it and fill it up carefully and go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to open this a tad. perfect. So we're going to add some of this natural rain harvested water as my recipe requires. I gotta add that water, and then we're gonna boil the crap out of it and go from there. So that should be plenty. So let's take it back over here, and I'll shut the water off and be right back with you. And I believe this is going to take quite a while to cook, though I could be wrong, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm just going to kind of stir this in a little bit, get the seasonings, the garlic going, stir everything up, and this will basically turn into rice al-roni if you guys ever had it. And though I have garlic and all kinds of goodies in here, garlic and the chicken flavoring, chicken broth, parsley, whatever. So what I need to do next is set the grill off to the side and my food off to the side, because I have to light up these candles. And I think I just used 4 last time I did this. Pretty sure. Come on, light for me. You can do it. That one doesn't want to light. Come on, you. Get going. You can only hold this down for a few seconds, or you'll end up wrecking the transformer type of thing. It wants to be a little bastard, does it? Alright. Let me grab a... Let's see. Yeah, this will do. I got a little screwdriver here. I want to just pry the wicks up, if possible. Come on, you. There we go. And we'll try this again. Yeah, much better. Perfect. So we got 3 lit here. Let's light one more over here, and then we should be good. So what I can do now is I drop my grill down, and on top my meal goes for cooking. And I will occasionally take the lid off and stir, but for now that's okay. I'll use the Mylar package as a little stand for my fork. And there we go, guys. So dinner is on. It's gonna take a while, but that's the fun part about it. And later I'm going to do a fire. I don't need a fire, it's 70 degrees out, but maybe when it gets dark I'll put a fire on. But before I put the fire on, I want to show you guys when I still got decent light while this thing's cooking. I'm going to open this guy up. So in here, if I can turn the viewfinder around, and there we go, I have a solid piece of that tree that I cut down out of the backyard that my parents didn't want anymore because it's hella messy. But this thing has, we cut it down early, very early spring. So it's not a year old, but where I positioned it over the summer is very important. I put it on our back deck. And on our back deck, it's super hot because it gets a lot of sun. And boy, oh boy, didn't this thing season pretty sweet. Look at these cracks in here, guys. So if you guys, let me pull it right out so you guys can get a decent perspective of how big this thing is. This thing is fairly large, right? And we're gonna burn this sucker in the fireplace, the Cubic Mini Grizzly. So I'm gonna put this guy in without breaking the camera, hopefully. And I just, inside I have a little bit of crap from, if I get like paper towels, like if I need to wash my hands or something, I throw them in there later as a fire starter. But I'm gonna use my good little oil wicking cotton rounds, and we're gonna do that later on tonight. Don't really need it right away, but just to start fire up for the, you know, test out how well this piece actually burns in the stove, and gives my wood stove a little pre-run before the fall winter is incoming here. So that'll be a little bit later. And like I said, don't really need heat because this is very comfortable weather. But like I said, that's going to be the way things go. So we're going to go ahead and pop the top, give things a little stir. If you guys remember this stuff, I boiled some water in this bad boy and cleaned it out thoroughly, obviously, before using it. Sterilized it on camera, and it heated up fairly quick. So this will be my dinner, and I'm eating right out of the bowl, which is kind of nice. That way I don't need any you know, added crap to clean. And that garlic's in there. And it's too bad these companies do this, but the rice-a-roni, there's very little rice in it. It's mostly this pasta crap. So that's kind of like a filler. And that's not good. So I haven't been buying rice-a-roni anymore because of that fact. You'd at least want 50% rice, guys. Not like a quarter of the package is rice and the rest is some kind of pasta. That's kind of lame. So, yeah. Haven't bought any more. But still have lots put back as survival food in case of emergency. And I have so much food and seasonings put back, I don't sweat anything. It's pretty easy. So this is the 2-year-old rice-a-roni. Obviously could go for, I'm guessing 25 years easy, because it's just pasta and rice in a well-sealed container in Mylar bag. And the seasoning would be questionable after 25 years, I'm assuming. But that's the way it is. So, there we go. So we'll keep that cooking away. All my candles are still on? Yes, sir. So, I think we're going to be okay. I'm just going to move that a little tad. Make sure we're... See about the warmth here. Oh yeah, she's getting warm. So it's going to be a while though still for the meal. And I did bring some water to drink, but we are testing out the rain harvesting water. It looks super clear. We'll find out if this kills me or not. So there you go, guys. We'll see you guys in a little bit when dinner is close to being done.